Hello, trading is closed on March 31st, 2020. Let's go over our calls. Look for the pattern with the early low. This is it. Tomorrow features the pattern with the early high. We said there was no yet wave argument for the rally leg having ended, so it wasn't the only count. It's hard to bet money on it. If we were to have an impulsive move down, we believe it. You couldn't tell in the beginning, but it didn't take long for this to retrace, and it's not really an impulsive move down. And when you trail over recent highs, that count was killed. During the day, we got a MEJT sell signal. Sell signal just means there's a lower target. Target printed immediately, so even though we dropped lower, we didn't really have to. But this rally, in the face of a sell signal, could not stick, and prices retraced. Now, this was the general idea, and it might still work. The idea was you're making 5 waves down for wave A, and at some point wave 4 is going to end, and you'll get a wave 5. But now you seem to be making an ascending triangle, and there's no guarantee that wave 4 is going to end here, or that it won't, for that matter. This was the original count, but having traded over this high, that's an invalid count. The idea may still work, because you can just play around with the numbers and get some good fib ratios at the high. But it looks a bit forced to me. And usually when you have a great count, such as the one we had yesterday, and it doesn't work, the wave is going to end someplace else. Usually and always aren't the same thing. Usually you attack these highs so often you're going to break through. I would rather that this count work, that we've made an ABC up, and we're now making a symmetrical triangle, or rather ascending triangle. If so, we have a few more squiggles till it completes. And if that's the right count, we'll play around in the morning, in the middle of the day, and have a good rally in the afternoon. That's what I'd like to see, but it isn't a lock. If it is what happens, pattern targets around 27.54. Well, tomorrow has the early high. Usually it's a rally day with a high in the final hours. Failure is a straight line drop. Someone else's work gave us the sell signal today. Now, just because it's somebody else's work doesn't always work, but that's what his work says. And if we trade under the close by a penny, in his work it means the rally leg's over. And it also doesn't really doesn't inspire confidence that we've gone to a new recovery high and we couldn't hold on to prior highs. So those aren't good things. I'd prefer that we gap up, even if it's only slightly, even though futures are down now. Complete the ascending triangle and have one more rally before the decline resumes. If you get an impulsive drop, straight line, no doubt about it, something like this, you'd have to believe it because there is a valid count. But as I say, it's not the only count, and I prefer we're making wave B here, and then we'll get one more wave up, but I don't always get what I want. So tomorrow's pattern is the early high. We're hoping, not promising, hoping we're going to consolidate in the morning and afternoon and have a good rally later in the day, and soon thereafter complete the rally phase of this bear market. That's what I'm hoping for. But if we drop like a stone from the word go, there is a count which says that this rally is over and there is a pattern of somebody else that says the rally's over. So I usually wait to see which one of those things pans out before I commit any money. And that's today's call.